Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stephanie, and in this video I'm going to show you my strategy on how I teach any dog anything. So, in order to be able to communicate efficiently with your dog and ultimately be able to teach him anything, you need to know what makes your dog tick. Using my 9 years experience working with dogs, I have developed a super easy, really simple strategy for learning how to communicate really well with your dog. This strategy will ensure ultimate communication between you and your dog. One thing I always ask when people are experiencing behavioural problems with their dog is, what cues have you taught him? What does he understand? What do you communicate to him throughout the day that makes him understand his routine? What do you do in able to communicate with him that makes him know what's good behaviour and what's bad behaviour? Sometimes the answer is, I've tried teaching my dog a few things, but he just doesn't really want to know. He's lazy, I think he's stubborn. Your dog is probably not unwilling to learn, he just doesn't understand. Now, why doesn't he understand? Well, maybe you haven't been able to successfully communicate to him. Why haven't you been able to communicate to him? Because you're not speaking his language. Let me explain. You have to find what your dog values the most to be able to get him to do what you'd like him to do. So what are the options? What could it possibly be that your dog values the most in terms of a reward? Based on my experience, all dogs fall under 3 categories, and I like to call these categories the 3 Fs: fun, fuss, or food. With the fun-oriented dog, you will have his utmost attention when you have a squeaky toy, a tennis ball, a rope toy. For this dog, the reward is playtime. For the fuss dog, they love your attention. They love human interaction and praise. All that's needed for this dog is a good belly rub, a scratch under the chin, or some really good praise. So the reward is fuss. With the food-oriented dog, the reward is, you guessed it, food. This is the most common type of dog for sure. If you have some delicious treats, your dog is all ears. Now, if you're thinking, but my dog doesn't come into any of these categories, maybe you need to think about what you're offering in terms of a reward. If a simple dog treat isn't cutting it, maybe you should up your game and start cooking some chicken, liver, offering pate, maybe some smoked salmon, something really meaty and delicious that's really going to get your dog involved. Up the reward and you will up the results. If you aren't enthusiastic, then your dog won't be either. You've got to make it as interesting, as engaging, and as fun as possible. If your dog doesn't enjoy learning, it's probably because you're not making it that enjoyable. Let me go ahead and give you some examples with my dog Roscoe. Roscoe is a food-driven dog. As you can see, Roscoe is just here. Now, how am I going to get him interested? How am I going to get him to come and sit next to me so that we can create a really good thumbnail for this video? So over here to my right, I have Lobby the Lobster, who is one of Roscoe's toys. And I've also got a jar of chewy treats. As you can see, this already has his attention and I'm not even making it that exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and make Roscoe sit in the perfect position. Come here, Lobby. Come here, Lobby. Roscoe, yeah, ready? Come here, Lobby. Come here. You got to come here. Roscoe, come here. Come here with the Lobby. Come here. Come here, Lobby. Come here. Roscoe, come here. Now I'm gonna try with some dog treats. Oh, what's this? What's this? Come here. Good boy, now back here. Good boy, sit. Oh, good boy. Now, as you can see, I've got Roscoe exactly where I want him to sit. And he's also looking quite cute. So there you go, I've identified that Roscoe is 100% food driven. If I try and get Roscoe to do something that I want him to do for a toy, I probably won't get the results and it would just make me frustrated. But with a treat, I can definitely get results and I can get him really interested and engaged and pretty much teach him anything I want. Hide your face, hide your face. Good boy. Teeth, teeth, teeth. Oh, teeth. Good boy. Be good. Good boy. You would not think by looking at Roscoe that he is a timid dog. Because I have in my hand what he identifies as the best reward for him. What? Stay, sit, leave it, drop it, lay down, go to bed, dinner time, walkies. These are all things that you have to communicate with your dog throughout the day that tells him a lot of information. Not only does it tell him about things that are happening throughout the day, things that he can expect to happen throughout the day with his routine, but it also communicates to him how you want him to behave in any given situation. These are all tools that will help you manage your dog's behavior. If your dog doesn't know sit, you can't just scream at him to sit and expect that he's going to magically understand. Isn't that right, Roscoe? Remember, if your dog doesn't know what good behaviour is, he also won't know what bad behaviour is. Remember, if you put the effort in, you're supposed to be a good dog. Remember, with a great dog, you get in what you... Remember, with a great dog and with good dog behaviour, you get out what you put in. And if you put in the effort, you will be rewarded too with a dog who is easy to manage and well behaved. Isn't that right? Are you an easy to manage, well behaved doggy? Yeah, I think you are, huh? I think you are sometimes. Wave, wave, wave.